Hey everybody, today I'm here to show you this Orthomen knee brace. This was provided to me so I could show it to you. So it does come with a nice carrying bag and it looks super complicated, but there are lots of instructions in here. And also I have noticed that all the straps are numbered. So it even tells you like what order you're going to need to do things in. So I'm hoping that this is going to be actually pretty easy to put on. So let us see what's here. We have some pads. We have some metal things that I think are going to be used. Yep, lots of them to keep things in order. I can see that there's some here in the hinges. There's screwdrivers. There's all sorts of extra tools. So I'm going to take a second and review the instructions and then we'll see how this works. Okay, so all these tools are for adjusting the bend on these sides, but we're not going to pay attention to that right now. First, we're just going to look at just the general fit. The first thing is that there is silicone on the inside. If you are allergic to silicone, you're either going to need to wear some kind of protector or you're just not going to be able to use this one. So you put your leg through at about a 30-degree angle. Some of my things came undone. And then we are going to put together the straps in the order as numbered on the straps. So I think, yep, this one is number 1. So we're going to tighten this as tight as it needs to be. Let's see. Place the hinge access to line up with the knee rotational axis. So you need to make sure it's lined up with your knee. And so then number 1 gets closed first. Fasten strap number 2 in the back above the knee. So let's see which one that's number 5. This is number 2. So it's almost like we're going from the bottom up. So you fasten number 2. And then we are going to fasten, let's see, I'm just checking. Be sure that the anterior thigh shell is pressed against the leg and fasten strap 3 behind the hamstring. That's this one right here. So strap 3. Then fasten anterior calf strap 4 in the front below the knee. There we go, number 4. Fasten posterior calf strap 5 in the back below the knee. In the back below the knee. Did I already close that one out of order? Nope, that one's 2. Well, it seems like number 5 is actually in the back above the knee. So I think that they've done the instructions a little bit wrong. And even in the picture, they are showing it above the knee. And then finally, fasten strap number 6 in the front above the knee. Now you've got what I like to call a robot leg brace or a robot knee brace. You can adjust the range of motion, like I said, using all of these things. There's more pads for inside here in case you need additional padding or different padding. These are going to go on the corners and they're going to have to change the range of motion. And then these are just the tools for fixing and putting things in there, an extra strap, other things like that that you'll need. So I'm going to stand up and see how this holds my leg. Okay, there we go. So I can still walk in it. I did not change the range of motion, but you can set the range of motion so that you won't be able to move your leg as much. I mean, that's not for your choice. That's because there's something wrong with your leg. I do have knee problems and I use little knee braces. I don't know that I'm quite ready to use this, but it feels really good. I can feel a lot of support from this brace all around. You know, they usually show it on bare skin, but I'm not willing to show my bare skin, so here we go. It really was not hard to put on because everything is numbered and the instructions are so clear, but in order to change these things, it's going to be a little more complicated. That's up to you to figure out. I also want to say before I take it off that this is a size large. I am 5'3". I weigh around 160 pounds. And I do think that this large is probably the correct size for me. There's a lot of information about sizing, measuring your thigh so that you make sure you get the right size. So it's in the instructions here, but I know it's on the site too.